was I gonna say? I think shit. I had a point, but I forgot it. I'll think about it and I'll come back with it.
No
I
problem.
guess I spent most of my life living in Chicago, right? And that's also kind of where I got my feet wet as far as the FGC goes. But I didn't really get that involved with like the overall FGC scene um, in Chicago. It wasn't until I really moved out to New York that I started kind of coming out my shell a little bit more. Place his older brother was pretty into fighting games. For somebody that's not part of the FGC, he was pretty into them. So I played them very, very casually with my friends at first, and I thought they were fun as a kid, but I didn't really take them seriously until KOF 13 came out. And of course, I missed also, like you said, I missed the arcade release of 13 because I wasn't really I was in suburban Chicago. I didn't get involved in any of that stuff. Like offline visit started off with me getting bodied so hard. I knew like right from the get go that I wasn't really good. I wasn't shit, right? So that was really helpful to my mentality. Because it's good to know that you've got a long way to go when you're first starting out, so that you don't it doesn't stunt your growth or anything, right? I really do think games have a very huge impact on my life, and it's when I'm not playing something, competitively, I'll probably unwind by playing something else that's not so competitive, like a single player game or something like that. Or
Yeah.
I'll hang out with some friends of mine. I like watching movies. I like TV, of course, like everybody. I knew New York is reputed to be like kind of a rougher place with some people that are a little bit rougher around the edges. In my experience, it hasn't really been like that. When I got involved, everybody's very welcoming to me. And all the old school players, especially they were particularly kind to me. So it was really cool, just kind of seeing how close everybody is and how cool everybody is. Everybody's mad cool in the New York fighting game community. So I felt very lucky to be a part of it. Yeah, it's been good. People seem to like my commentary. I've been getting pretty good feedback from people, so I think it's been not a waste of my time.
No.
Unlike all the competing that I've been doing, which has been nothing but a waste of time. To play against, I'm going to put it out there. It is Marco. This guy Marco Polo. I hate playing against him. He plays in such a I guess it's a disrespectful way,
He
but
does.
he does things that like it just like gets under your skin. SNK, they're doing a good job with the balancing as well, in my opinion. Obviously, people are going to have different opinions on this, but I think that they're pretty in tune with how the competitive, I guess, the meta is developing in the game, and I think they do well not over nerf and not over buff certain things. With a couple of exceptions here and there, you can't obviously get everything right, but they do a really good job, especially compared to some of the other companies that I'm seeing. Really difficult
Okay.
to be a high level both competitor and commentator. I think at events in particular, you only have so much time and energy,
Mm.
and you really have to focus really hard on one thing if you want to do well in it, and then having to split your focus between competing and commentating. It does a lot to, I think, your mental over the course of the weekend, and I
Mm.
think it's more difficult to do than it seems. Because there's always going to be a huge learning curve when you're jumping in initially.
Mm.
But for whatever reason, it feels like people really associate KOF with this type of thing. When
Yeah.
I don't think that it's quite deserved. I feel like it's no different from learning a new Street Fighter or like fighting
Right.
EX Layer or any 2D game really. And I think I don't know. I don't understand it. Make it feel like KOF.
Mm.
For me, that would mean kind of having good I I'm not saying I want KOF 98 again, but I'm also kind of saying that in a way by saying that that's kind of the standard that they should aspire to.
Yeah.
I think having so I know NorCal there are a couple of KOF heads out here. Um, Sam Show also they have a number of players as well. So I'd probably be getting involved in those scenes and getting to know those people and helping out in whatever way I can. I've been also helping run tournaments a bit more often these days. Ever since the shift to online, I've been working. on online tournaments and helping run those. And I think it's fun and it's rewarding in its own way to run tournaments. So I would also probably get involved in like just TOing in general out here, for any scene, not necessarily even SNK or whatever. Just 'cause it makes me feel useful. Whenever I watch my own commentary back and like I hear my own voice, I'm like, holy shit! Like people can stand listening to me. Are you fucking serious? Like my voice is so annoying.
Choose your fighter.